Sure, it's a name most of us mispronounce all the time. And so it is a perfect learning opportunity. You mentioned one of the judges, a judge's name, you said Amedahe, right? You did, right?
Justice Amedahe, yes, I mentioned that.
The correct pronunciation is Amedahe. Amedahe.
Ezima?
I do not know. I suppose it may be ever. Amedahe.
Justice
So,
Amedahe.
Amedahe, yes. So anybody listening, when you see that name anywhere, you would come across it, yes, because there are cases it presides over.
But there are a lot of
not
names.
Amedahe.
Yes,
Amedahe.
Absolutely. Some of us, it get to some situation, you only have to go according to the spelling. And sometimes the spelling will get you wrong.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a name in the Western region.
Okay.
So when you go to the Western region, there is a town. The spelling is A-P-A-W-A. A-P-A-W-A.
Like a power.
Power.
Is what Apple.
Is it how you have mentioned it? So straightforward.
What is
a
the
power, a power.
A power.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you go, I'm going to a power, nobody will mind you.
As a power.
Yeah, but the spelling is A-P-A-W-A.
Okay.
So it's all about pronunciation.
Yeah, and you know some of the times too, some of our areas and stuff like that, it happens because because of the colonial rule, I mean, they didn't really know how to correctly pronounce our areas and stuff. So some of them, you know, the corruption starts from the pronunciation and then eventually the spelling.
Form,
yes, you know. So
there are so many names like that.
Yeah, so many.
For instance, Jamefe.
It's not Jamefe.
It's Jamefe.
Yes.
Jamefe.
It's like the way people say a flower.
A plow. Plow. And then
because at the time, I mean, English, you do not have the F with a tail, the F sound. So
a lot of things we are still learning. A lot of things we learning. Justice Amedahe.
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 It's not Amedahe. It's Amedahe.
Amedahe.
Your tongue should be
Amedahe.
at the top of the ceiling.
You
can't say D. You said D. What's that? Say D. Hey, I found out something. Mutala cannot say D. He said, no, put your tongue at the top of your teeth. And Amedahe. Amedahe. It's a soft touch. Amedahe, not Amedahe. So try again.
Amedahe.
Hey, and he says,
Amedahe.
Oh Lord, we'll try again. We'll try again some other time. But yes, welcome. How are you?
I'm not surprised that the name is not. We didn't get it correctly.
Yeah.
But of course, we always try to get it right. Yes, today I'm doing well.
Okay.
Yes, I'm doing well. Yesterday, it was a very busy court session. Court was very, very busy, and one of the things that we told you about the fact that yes, officially. The Sagleme affordable housing case was coming to an end because the Attorney General had filed a nolle prosequa, has entered a nolle prosequa, but the court was officially to be informed yesterday. And yesterday, Alhaji Collins Dauda, Kweku Ajiman Mensah, both of them are former Ministers of Works and Housing Ministry. And then Alhaji Ziblim Yakubu, who was absent, and he was absent because from day one that he appeared before the court and then his plea was taken and granted bail, the court gave him that opportunity to be out because of his health condition and only come to court when his presence was needed. So he has not been in court ever since his plea was taken and granted bail. The fourth accused person, Albert Clocanas, is deceased, and so he's no more appearing in court. And then Tettey Angelo, yesterday, prosecution led by Mrs. Sefako Bache informed the court about the fact that the AG has entered a nolle prosequa. And let me just tell you what he said. We are here to inform the court of our entry of nolle prosequa in this case, filed on February 7, 2025. It means that the case has come to an end at this point, and the accused person can be discharged at this point, pursuant to the filing of the nolle prosequa. So this was the message that was given to the court by Ms. Hilda Crick, the principal state attorney. The defense lawyers, vis-a-vis Noella Seidu, who was holding brief for Tadeo Sorry for Alhaji Collins Dauda, Gideon Abuchi, who was holding brief for Godwin Ediji Tamaklo for Kwekua Jiman Mensah, Rashida Abubakari Sumani, who was holding brief for Randolph Chumasi for Alhaji Zibrim Yakubu, the third accused person, and Zieli Abambila, who was representing the fifth accused person, that is Tettey Angelo. All of them said they do not have objection except to thank the court and the Attorney General for truncating the case at this particular point in time. And the accused persons, one after the other, were discharged. They were not acquitted and discharged, but they were only discharged because at this particular point in time, it was that was still calling witnesses. The third witness was expected to testify before the nolle prosequa was entered. So yesterday, Alhaji Collins Dauda, Kwekua Jiman Mensah, Alhaji Zibrim Yakubu, who was absent, and Tettey Angelo, all of them walked away free in an exciting mood. And yesterday, guess what? I mean, interacting with the parties, especially the defense, and Alhaji, who has always been in white, has a very brief message. The only thing that he said was to give thanks to the Almighty Allah for how far it's brought him. So let's hear from Alhaji. Very brief one.
I'm grateful to Allah. I'm grateful to Allah.
Grateful to Allah.
That's Alhaji Collins Dauda.
So that was his message. Or that's the first time after the charges were brought against him. This is what he has to say moments after the High Court presided over by Justice Ernest Owusu-Dapai, Justice of the Court of Appeal, who was presiding over the case as an additional High Court judge, discharged him. Lawyers for the second accused person, Amatse, who was as Gideon Abuchi, who was holding brief for ADG Tamaklo for the second accused person, also has this message moments after the court has discharged the accused persons. Gideon Abuchi.
We have always believed in the innocence of our clients. We have always believed in the case we have decided to defend. So if the Attorney General's department has come to this realization and has filed for nolle prosequa, we can only be grateful to the Office of Attorney General, to the court, and to God Almighty.
So that is Gideon Abuchi also giving us some perspective there, moments after the court discharged the accused person. But that is not all. Zieli Abambila has also been speaking. He represented Tettey Angelo. Let's hear from what he also had to say.
We are thankful to God. We are thankful also to the prosecution for terminating the case at this point. Of course, this comes as a relief, a huge relief to our clients, whom we've always taken the view that there's really no case against them. But as you know, it was a decision by the state in the first place. So if the state in its wisdom again finds that it is not worth continuing and have discontinued, we are thankful to them all the same. And we are happy that our clients have had their freedom today.
We have always believed in the innocence of our clients. We have always believed in the case we have decided to defend.
So the first was you heard is Zieli Abambila, who represented the fifth accused person. So for now, the court said you do not need to come to court again. All that the court also added was that their passports, which are in the registry of the court, should be released to them. So yesterday, the Saglemi housing matter involving Alhaji Collins Dauda, Kwekua Jiman Mensah, Alhaji Zibrim Yakubu, and then Tettey Angelo has been terminated.
Okay. So and then there was the men's gold case.
Yes.
Hey, there's no end in sight too.
Nana Appiah Mensah was in court yesterday, and he notes that prosecution has closed its case, calling 9 witnesses. the court has made an order for him to open his defense, but he is challenging that order at the Court of Appeal. On top of that, he's asking the High Court to stay proceedings until such time that he's dealt with or the appeal is done. The court said, no, we are continuing. File your witness statement, and then we'll be in the witness box and answer. He's gone to the Court of Appeal with a stay of proceedings, or asking the Court of Appeal to stay the High Court proceeding. Yesterday, the court was in for Watkins Adama, senior state attorney, informed the court that on the 11th of February, the parties were at the Court of Appeal. But there was a ruling in December 5 that was not attached, the processes that ought to be attached. So because of that, the appeal was adjourned sine die. So that following that information to the High Court, Justice Osudapa has adjourned the case to March 27, hoping that by that time, the Court of Appeal would have dealt with the issue of stay of proceedings. So that's what happened in relation to Namwanske. He was present in court, and then the customers were also present in court yesterday.
Okay, so that is in relation to
the
men's gold case yesterday. Absolutely. In court. Aside the men's gold one as well, there was the OSP and Charles Bisu case.
Yeah, so before I even tackle the OSP and Charles Bisu, Matankuma and Lelwen were in court yesterday.
Okay.
Yes, they were in court yesterday in an interesting turn of event.
They resolved.
Finally.
They've agreed on something?
Finally, they have agreed on something. And it was not easy now. So sometimes when it makes you understand how the Ghanaian laws work proper. So we have the platform now. I can say anything I want to say about anybody. But once that person feels that, look, whatever you have said about me really tarnishes my image, then of course I have to justify, I have to prove why I have said all those things. When Martin Nkuma filed the suit seeking damages in the sum of 5 million Ghana cedis, when initially was not coming to court, the court has given go, so make sure they reach him. They've done so many times.
Okay.
So the day that the court fails the case, that look, when he doesn't come, we hear the case in his absence. Then he entered an appearance and appeared. And then discussion started. We want to settle the matter out of court. For 2 or 3 occasions when they had come, the matter was dealt in chambers. And the judge, Justice for Simbai Japan, advised them, give them all the clue that the court will have to give them to go and settle the matter. I remember we reported earlier that Martin Nkuma rejected an earlier apology because she felt that the element that required, it's not proper. The element of an apology, proper apology, were not in there. So new apology will have to come. And then the 5 million defamation damages that they were seeking, they sliced it by way of the proposal that they have put before Lewen and his lawyers, and they slashed it to 2 million Ghana cedis. So that was what they sent to Lewen and his lawyers to be able to look at it and come forward with whatever they can also.
Okay.
And then yesterday, it was made known to the court that ever since the last sitting that they came to court about a month ago, their plaintiff have made advances to try to get some response from Lewen and the lawyers, and it was not forthcoming. It was on Saturday that he received a call from counsel for Lewen, and the proposal was that they were going to give them 100,000 Ghana cedi, which he described as an eyesore. And so following that, they did not even want to continue with any negotiation. They are back in court for the case to take its normal course in court processes. Then the lawyer for Lewen also stood up and said, look, yes, what counsel for Martin Nkuma has said, Ne Apletu Planch has said, it's okay. It's partly correct, partially correct, except to say that the 100,000 that they intend to offer was for Martha, and then they are going to pay additional fee, which is legal fee of 50,000. So in all, it is 1.5 whooping billion Ghana cedi, a whooping 1.5 billion Ghana cedi is old currency. And so in this time that we have few hours or few days to Easter, it's praying that Martin Nkuma should accept that one. And indeed, if they say they were going to pay Martin Nkuma, they cannot pay her because of her pedigree. And so it is because of the injury that has been caused to her reputation. They just want to compensate her with that amount. And it was no. We are not even listening to that proposal at all, let alone. So the court should deal with the matter on its own. Then Lil Wayne and his manager sat down for a while. Then they decided that, okay, if that was the situation, let's go forward and add additional 50,000 so that in all we're running up to 200,000 Ghana cedis, including legal fees and all of that. That also became a banter. This one will whisper into the ears of his lawyer. The matter will also whisper into the ears of her lawyer and all of that. So at the point in time, the way things were happening in open court, they decided to approach the bench. And approaching the bench, they took about almost 30 minutes. They were still not settling on something. Then the judge said, look, me, I have been part of, as a mediator, I have given you the platform in my chambers. We have spoken, giving you all the clues, what you are supposed to do. Now I'm tired. I will not even be with you. The two of you, go into chambers, go and sit down, discuss
and agree
whatever
on something.
For nearly almost over 2 hours.
Really?
Yes. So the judge was sitting, dealing with other cases, and the parties were there in chambers discussing. Few times they will come out, do some calls, especially Lil Wayne and the team come out, do some calls. The lawyers will come out and all of that. And finally, after hours of negotiations and all of that, the court was informed that yes, now the parties have agreed on terms. But the terms also, we noticed that when they were making that known in open court, you could see that in some but of course they agreed that on April 1 or April 1st, and you know what April 1st is?
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day. I want the history behind the April Fool's Day. Do you know the history behind?
We'll tell you later. Focus on the job at hand.
So they agreed to come back on the 1st of April. And on the 1st of April, they are going to file the terms that will be adopted by the court as a consent judgment.
Okay.
So all that they have discussed in chamber without a judge, they should put all of them in paper, bring it to the court, and both of them will sign and say that, my lord, after the negotiations and all of that, these are the terms that we have agreed on. Accept it for us and adopt it as a consent judgment. So what it means is that whatever proposal that are in the plan, go and follow. And if you do not follow, there are consequences.
This one, the ADR.
Absolutely. So yesterday,
we don't know the amount.
We don't know the amount. For now, we don't know the amount that they have settled on. But what we do know, by the earlier representation that they made in the open court, it started from 100, 150, then it came to 200 just before they approached the bench, and they decided to go in chamber. So the figure that we do know now that was mentioned in the open court that I'm sharing with you is that Lil Wayne, at the point or before they went in and considered all that they want to do to agree on the terms and all of that, which we are here to know, indicated that he was going to make it 200 Ghana cedis. And the lawyers were saying that, look, I have sued you for 5 million. I have reduced it to 200 million, and you are coming out with the proposal, and you are giving me an eyesore proposal and all of that. So in the coming days, on April 1, we'll know what exactly will be contained in the terms of settlement that will be adopted by the courts. And so yesterday they were, what? Have you ever faced this situation before? That somebody who is always in the eyes of the people. Do you watch Lil Wayne movies? The comedy
I've
movies,
seen
absolutely.
I've seen a couple.
And I'm sure that everybody who watched that movie would like Lil Wayne for the role that he played. The kind of person.
Ghost.
Not even that one alone.
That's one
in fact, when you watch his movies, you admire the kind of personality. But all of a sudden, when you meet such people in certain situations, then they are different altogether. Different. Their reaction to certain things, I don't know whether it's because of the way the case is weighing on his mind and all of that. But he looked completely different. Trying to say hi to Lil Wayne was even a problem. He not wanting to even talk to anybody, not want to gauge anybody at all, and all
because
of
what he is.
It was quite an interesting moment yesterday.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
the videos that we saw,
you see it as a contradiction. Someone who seems so affable and approachable in the movies, and then in reality, it's not the same.
It's more like confirming to me what the kind of comment you hear out there. So they would say, hey, how is Dedei? Dedei is sitting on radio. He looks an approachable person. Very nice. You meet her in one-on-one, and she's suddenly a different person. That kind of.
Well, I'm not like that.
You're not like that. I'm just. But Dedei is not like that. Dedei is the same today, same yesterday, and the same tomorrow, right?
I will not mind.
You know, mind. So Lil Wayne Matankuma have now agreed on terms. April 1 They will file the terms, and it will be adopted that same day by Justice for Simba Ejekon.
Okay.
So that is one of the cases that also took place. Then the OSP, Charles Bisu, they were at the Supreme Court yesterday, but the parties were absent. OSP was absent. Charles Bisu was unwell. He was absent. His lawyer also said that there are certain things happening in Parliament, so he's written to the court and all of that. He's seeking an injunction. The OSP want to investigate him. He went to the Human Rights Court. The Human Rights Court dismissed the case. So he went to the Supreme Court to go and seek the intervention of the Apex Court. And that has, because of the fact that the AG's opposition, the OSP's opposition has not been served on the parties, the case has been adjourned Senate. And now
let's look at the cases that are coming up. There's the Akwetia MP contempt case.
Yes, yesterday I was reading to you the Akwetia MP's motion for application for Sirora at the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Today, the Supreme Court will sit on the matter and will know more of what will become of that case. Absolutely, yes. So it's been listed for hearing today. Then the anti-gay cases that went to the Supreme Court, Richard Delasky, Dr. Amanda Odoy, and all of that. Yesterday, in fact, I said yesterday, Richard Sky and his lawyers are not happy with the decision or the dismissal of his case. So they filed a motion, or they are seeking a review of that particular case at the Supreme Court. So a review panel will deal with that particular matter. Then our own former Black Stars defender, Samuel Inkum, in recent time, he's been in the news on bad reasons for allegedly defrauding some members of the public and all of that. That case is also back in court today. And all eyes will be in Parliament today, because of
the deputy
ministerial vetting. And Dr. Justice Remsai, who has been nominated by the president to the office of the Attorney General as the Deputy Attorney General, will be facing the Appointment Committee of Parliament for his vetting today. So we wish him all the best and good luck to him in his encounter with Appointment Committee of Parliament. What did I say initially?
Don't worry, it's okay.
So today
You
Manchester City is playing. Your Manchester City is playing. And then my Arsenal is also playing. So these two matches, if you have only one screen, which one will you watch?
I mean, I will watch City, you would watch Arsenal. So
you don't watch Arsenal?
No, for what?
What is so exciting about City too?
What is exciting about Arsenal?
Because Arsenal is
that always bottles it.
Nearer to the trophy than
Arsenal that always bottles it.
We don't bottle it. When people
I'm
are saying
so sorry. Stay humble.
If Arsenal is bottling it, what about City?
Stay humble.
Bottle.
Stay humble.
We are always humble.
Stay humble.
Yeah,
okay.
those who coined that word for us, we know where they are. We know where they are
stay
now.
Humble.
Stay
you are
humble.
even wearing our color. You will not stay humble. Look at you. Keep quiet.
Interestingly, I love wearing blue, but anytime I'm referred to the blue side, I'm forced to have to.
You are wearing
I'll go and change it.
Color up, sky blue.
I'll go and change it.
You look amazing in it, by the way.
Very much.
Be a City fan.
But I'm not.
Be a City fan.
I have a lot of my
Be a citizen.
Cases. I'll bring them to you.
You bring it to me. I'd love to
they
take
have been
them.
in my wardrobe. For
Who
God
gave it
knows
to you?
where. I got them from somewhere.
Hey.
Yes.
A person doesn't know that the team you support.
Yeah, he doesn't know that I support. Just
is it a she or he? It's a she. It's why they had to be a she.
It's my business partner.
It's Sabo.
Oh, I know.
She says it's watching you.
I know.
Thank you. Musa Laidusa is our legal affairs correspondent.